Zulma Gonzalez, this mic is all yours.
Hmm. A thankful Thursday, family. I come to you from my telephone because my computer is updating drivers. It is updating 10 of 14 drivers, and I think that that's the reason why I had no sound. I could have stopped it, and then I don't know what it would have done. So I figure I'll just let it do its thing, and we'll just hang out here. We'll do it this way. Hi, Sharon. Hi, my love. Okay, so let me go in here and see who's here. I have to do this differently. Morning, Dove and Sharon and Wellington. Hi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. um, Deb and Lynn and Mickey and Bob, Sharon and Steve. Hi, hi, family. Hi, family. Hi, family. Um, so glad you're here. So glad I'm here. I wasn't sure. I'm like, oh no, wait, no sound. I can't hear it. I couldn't hear a thing. And I don't know if you could have heard me. No, no, it wouldn't have. That wouldn't have happened either. I went into the audio and nothing was working. Nothing was working. And I said, okay. So all things work together for the good. And I had to keep reminding myself of that. I'm like, wait a minute, am I not? But here I am. Here I am. We are here talking about A Course in Miracles meets Science of Mind and other metaphysical teachings. And I have no idea where we're going today. Lovable had my friend Debbie. My friend Debbie is in town. My friend Debbie from third grade is in town, and it's been wonderful. She'll be here until Saturday. I won't see her anymore after Friday though. Um, and we've done something every day. It's been great, great, great. She's staying with a friend that was her next door neighbor for years, and and I knew Gloria. I know Gloria. So the three of us, Debbie, Gloria, and I, have been hanging out, doing things together. Yesterday we went to Debbie's sister and brother-in-law's home, where I met one of her cousins, and we had a feast. I mean, a feast. Man, David did the darn thing. He fed us all kinds of wonderful foods, and that was wonderful. We've been going to different restaurants and just visiting different places and just having a grand time. The most fun was Debbie and I on Saturday. We participated in a class reunion of the elementary school we went to. I mentioned last week that I went to Catholic school for the first 8 years, and the graduating classes of 64 through 72 were there, and Debbie, James, I'm not going to call all our names out. James and uh, Debbie, James, and another Deborah and Deborah Ann and I were from the class of 70, and there were others. It was so much. We had such a good time, such a good time. Uh, it was catered. It was really, really, really nice. We had a trivia. We had a trivia where questions like what does transubstantiation mean? And nobody knew. Nobody. And there's one person who's still a practicing Catholic. And who asked me later, she asked me, um, was I a practicing Catholic? Because my brain does strange things, and I remembered almost all of those prayers. I remembered the prayers. Um, it's interesting. She assumed that I was a practicing Catholic, and I told her that love was my religion and that I have no denomination. I said, love is my religion and love has no denominations. And all she could do was slowly just nod her head. I told her, I says, it's written that there's only one, one source, one God, one. And anything else is considered separation. And she just nodded. And every now and then I would say something like, and something I study. I didn't, we didn't go into all that, but I intend to have conversation with not her, but someone else who was in the group to share with her about some of what I studied. So we talk about other metaphysical teachings. We're not simply talking about A Course in Miracles, and we are, because to me, for me, as I go back and read all those that came before um, uh, the course basically encapsulates a lot of those teachings, it's for me, it's right there. It hits it right there. And I'm able to go back and say, oh, I understand that better, or the other way around, actually, because I started with the course before I started with these other teachings, and um, I remember thinking, oh, this is just like the course. This is just like the course. It's just like the course. And I found it's kind of like the other way, in terms of what came first, the chicken or the egg. Um, the course is for me perhaps the last book that I study and well, it is a teaching because I have Joe Goldsmith's The Infinite Way and some of his works that I'm still studying, and of course Ernest Holmes and books of his that I'm still studying, others that I'm still studying. But I'm just saying that in terms of a select form of teaching, let's call it that. Um, uh, I believe the course is it. The course was the first one, and it's the last one. So I'm real pleased about that. I don't have slides at the moment because, oh, you know what? Actually, I may be able to do that. I can talk here and show on the computer. I didn't think about that. I'm gonna try it. Let's see what happens. But anyway, in the meantime, I don't want to take up too much time. Um, we are reminded each week that we should daily train our thoughts to recognize the spirit in everything we do, say, or think. There is no other way. And to try another way would be to make a complete failure. A complete failure. I mean, what other way is there? There's God. That's it. What does it say? We say God and then we cease to speak. There is no other way. Hi, Regis and Mickey and Paz en cada aliento. Hola. And welcome. There is no other way. What else is there? There's only God. What else is there? Oh well, I'll try the other way. You know, I'll try the ego's way, which isn't even real. I'll I'll just make it up as I go along, and hope to figure it out, and hope to get answers. But the ego, as the course reminds us, doesn't know the answer to anything. The ego has no answers. Ego, the ego will try to tell you what you are, but it doesn't know what you are. Period. Period. Um, So yeah, did I say hi to Regis? Regis, hi Regis. Um, I didn't hear myself. I don't. If I said it, I didn't hear myself say it. I didn't hear myself say it. Meanwhile, I am trying to do two things at once. I'm trying to go into Zoom and come in. No, I don't want to replace. I mean, I don't want to switch. I want to join. Let's see if it lets me do this. Because I can actually, my computer from the computer to the phone, it tells me to switch, and I don't want to do that. Don't connect to audio right now, just in case. Let's hit join. Let's see what happens. Code. Let's see what happens. All right, I'm in. I'm in twice. Okay, perfect. So I can turn this video. Nope, nope. I can turn this video off. I'm figuring it out, family. Turn Lucifer. Okay, so Dove writes Lucifer. Wait a minute, let me see that. Lucifer is considered a sinner because of his profound pride and subsequent rebellion against God, which led him to desire God's throne and authority. He was not satisfied with his created beauty and position, wanting instead to be equal to or greater than the Creator, resulting in his expulsion from heaven and eventual condemnation to hell. And I thank you for that, Dove, because what that says to me, I want to turn off this video. No, yes, okay, that video. You can still hear me, yes? Perfect, perfect. All right. So then maybe just maybe, I can put slides on. Um, uh, it's interesting, Dove, that you write that about Lucifer, because that's kind of like where I was, and maybe some of us. I don't have to name names, Um, my rebellion against God, my rebellion against truth, my rebellion against life, which led me to think what the course talks about, the authority problem, which led me to this authority problem. It says I'm desiring God's throne authority. I had an authority problem. I think that I can control yeah, listen, not only can I control me, but I can control you. Well, actually, I can't control me, so I'm going to try to control you. Let's make that happen, shall we? Let's try to do that. It says he, talking about Lucifer and me, was not satisfied with his created. I can't talk to you right now. Um, not satisfied with my created beauty and position. And is that not saying that that I don't recognize my worth? I'm not recognizing my worth. I'm not recognizing the truth of what I am. I'm thinking that my worth is established by what I do and what I say and what I think isn't, you know, but that's not true. And even though the quote that I read says we should recognize the spirit in everything we do, say, and think, it's not focusing on what we do, say, and think. It's focusing on spirit, recognizing my true worth. So, um, uh, not recognizing my beauty and position, wanting instead to be equal to or greater than. Okay, now we're talking hierarchy. No, 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 no. Then the creator. How is it possible? I I didn't learn the word zygote until I have no idea. I was, well into years when I learned the word zygote. I couldn't create myself as a zygote. I couldn't create myself as an embryo. I couldn't create, and I'm using the word create intentionally. I couldn't create myself as a fetus. I couldn't create myself as a baby. I couldn't create anything. I'm not that person. I make this and I make the other, and I take from what's already here, and I make, I'll grab an egg to scramble it. I can't poof egg. I can't do that. But the realization is that I didn't create myself. So this whole thing of thinking that I could be equal to or greater than that which created me is impossible. It's impossible. Resulting in expulsion from heaven and eventual condemnation to hell. Is that not where we are? Is that not where we've been? That we think that we are in hell. Oh my God, look at all the stuff that's going on. Oh, my life is so terrible. Oh, these things that are happening to me. Oh, poor me. Oh, to me. Oh, poor me. I'm in pain. I'm in anguish. I'm in agony. My childhood was terrible. My family, they didn't love me. They mistreated me. They were sick, and so am I. And oh, we can do it. We can do it. I did it. I did it. I blamed my mother for everything. I blamed everybody for everything, but mostly my mother. And when I came to the place when I realized that there is nothing outside of me that can think for me, that can feel for me, that can live for me, when I realized that I'm responsible for all that, suddenly, suddenly it seemed those other things started to fall away. They started falling away because I didn't, first of all, it's too much to try to take the weight of the world on my shoulders. Too much weight of the world on my shoulders. That's not, that's not for me. It's not for me. All I have to do is recognize that my worth is established by God, that I am one with God, that what God is, I am, that every breath I take is God. And in realizing that, I get to get past the I can'ts. I get to go past it shoulds, the shoulds. I get to go past all that, particularly the I can'ts. That's a big one for me because I can't keep thinking, oh well, I can't do that because of this condition or this age or this thing. I can't because I've let things pile up and I can't this and I can't that. And to say that I can't, and I read this somewhere recently, to say that I can't is to say that God can't. And what is there, right? What is there? I saw Dove's eyebrow. You're like really? Yeah, right. What is there that God can't do? What is there possibly that God can't do? Nothing. All things are possible in God. All things are possible in God, and we are taught that we live in God, that we have our being in God. We are what we are because God is. Therefore, we are what God is. Swimming in it, living in it, being it, to the extent that we grasp at it, Ernest Holmes writes, to the extent that we grasp at it, we are it. And even if we don't, we're still it. We just don't know. We're not aware. And in so doing, what happens? We are expulsing ourselves from heaven and condemning ourselves to hell. All right, I did all that talking, which means I stopped trying to connect the slides and stuff, but I'm not going to stop trying. I'm going to keep talking though. The course reminds us that this is a course in mind training. These are all courses in mind training. They're all helping us to help ourselves to recognize and realize um, helping us recognize and realize that an untrained mind accomplishes nothing. That if we don't train our minds, if we don't discipline our minds, if we don't take the time if we don't guard our thoughts, if we don't uh, help ourselves to prevent mind wandering, we're just floating along, just working ourselves into, what is it, expulsing ourselves from heaven and condemning ourselves to hell. And it just keeps coming back to that over and over and over again. Wellington, I've seen you before. I've seen your photograph before. I don't know where. I've seen this photograph before. Have you been here before? Um,
He has been here before.
okay.
Yeah, yes. But I guess with you it's the first time. I I'm not sure because I don't remember seeing you before here in the
I've
Zoom
seen you.
meetings.
And tell me your
Okay, that's
accent. And tell me your accent. Where are you from?
I'm from Brazil.
Brazil. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Welcome again. But yeah, I think I've seen you before. And just the same. Okay, McKaylee, hi, glad you're here. Glad you're here. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can do screen share. I'm gonna give this a shot. Let me know. How do I do this. Here, share. Let's see. This should work. You see the screen? Somebody say yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So I'm talking to you from my phone, and I'm showing slides from the screen. All right. Let's see. Let's see.
Can you make this the print larger?
I will.
Okay, thank you.
I haven't gotten to that point yet. Let's see. And just one step at a time. Work with me, Doug. Work with me. Here we go. From current slide. Here we go. There we go. Yes. So
Good,
this is
good,
where I was
good.
reading from. We
Yeah.
should daily train our thoughts to recognize the spirit in everything we do, say, and think. And this is from Ernest Holmes. And the course reminds us that this is all mind training. It's all mind training, and it applies to everything. For me, I wasn't. I was as disciplined as I chose to be, and because of that, uh, I let my mind wander. I wasn't guarding my thoughts and all that, and it reflected and sometimes still reflects in the things I do or don't do today. Oh, I'll get around to it. Oh, I don't need to think about that now. Oh, I don't have to worry about that now. No, no, no. And Joe Goldsmith reminds us that you govern your surroundings by the nature of what is taking place in your consciousness. And that's huge. That's really huge because um not after a while, we start judging by appearances. And when we're judging by appearances, we think that what's in front of us, we think that what's in front of us is it. We think that that's it. We think that and that's a permanent situation. And then we go into worry. Oh my God, what am I going to do about that thing? Excuse me, that thing that's in front of me, that thing that's going to come and that has come, that's going to pass. It's not going to stay. So we're not asked to try to judge it. We're not asked to analyze it. We're not asked to make a problem of it. We're asked to look at it as is. We don't have to like it. To look at it as it is, and then make a decision to accept it and stay in peace, or to try to rebel against it, to resist it, and keep ourselves. I keep saying this: expulsing ourselves from heaven, and condemning ourselves to hell. That's what it keeps coming down to. And Christian D. Larson then writes, okay, and Lynn writes, let's see. There's quite a bit going on here. Wait, Bob wrote that all the weight on my shoulders is what I decided to pick up. Yes, it was my stupid choice. It's my choice. It's my choice. And I'm not gonna call it a stupid choice. I'm not gonna call myself a jerk because I'm punishing myself. I'm not even gonna do that. I'm gonna look at it and say, well, wait, I made a mistake. And fortunately, I can choose differently. I can choose again. I don't listen. I've been married more than once. I chose again. I chose again. I I this teaching today, where I am right at this moment, it came. I'm walking down the street. Nothing in particular was showing up for me. And then I sat here and I said, well, I was talking about this whole discipline thing, and I said, well, you know what? I'll talk about discipline because that's definitely what I need. I did, and as I was finding, I found a couple of passages right from the course, um, and I found it feeling heavy. It felt heavy. Before I do that, Lynn wrote, there is a silence into which the world cannot include. This is from the course. There is a silence into which the world cannot intrude. There is an ancient peace you carry in your heart and have not lost. I mentioned that to someone yesterday. A woman was saying that she wants to find peace. I said, well, where are you looking for it? Where are you looking? Um, uh, I said, the peace is there. I said, and and I gave her the bit from the Bible where it never does say find your peace. It says hold your peace. It's already there. We are that. An ancient peace you carry in your heart and have not lost. I appreciate this passage, Lynn. Thank you. There is a sense of holiness, which is wholeness. Holiness equals wholeness. There's a sense of holiness in you. The thought of sin has never touched. You are whole. We're already whole. We're already complete. We hear this term, oh, perfect, whole, and complete. Well, all of which is synonymous. In the Bible, it says, be perfect as your heavenly Father is perfect. That perfection means to recognize your allness, recognize you're already complete. And who can tell you how to be you? I can't tell McKaylee or Wellington or Dove or Lynn or Sharon or Mickey or Bob or Paz en cada aliento or Regis how to be who they are. I can't tell you how to be you. You are already complete. And in some cases, you can't even tell you how to be you. Oh, I think I should be this, or I think I should be that. No, no. Remember that your worth is not established by that, because we tend to judge ourselves and think that we are not worthy because doing we're not doing things the way we think that they should be done, or because someone else doesn't think that we're doing it the way it should be done, or I'm still trying to. Oh, somebody told me. I think it was Mickey, or Mickey had found out. Somebody told me where the marriage vows came from. I was still on that. Somebody did come up with a name of where the marriage vows came from, but they're not in the Bible. You know, that whole better, worse, richer, poorer, sickness, health thing. That's not in the Bible. And but yet we make this vow under God. I made this vow unto God. People try to tell us who we're supposed to be. And then we get upset with ourselves when we don't live up to other people's expectations. Who the heck are they? Who gave them the keys to everything? No, there's only one. There's only one. There's only one. Yeah, thanks, Mickey. Yeah, it was started in the 1600s. I wonder, well, what before that? Well, before that, you had the whole concubine thing, and you could marry your half sister, and all that, and all these people. A lot of these people who are so, we recognize, are held in high esteem in the Bible. Shit, those are some of those stories are. Yeah, if you look at the whole story, like, wow, really, really, and I'm not going to judge it, but I can stop judging myself, because if these people, like David, if these people were you know, uh, God, God, close to God's heart and all that. Well, then I have to be close to God's heart too. Period. And how can I not be if I am what my creator is. I am what my creator created. And there's no difference between me and Abraham and David and those of you whose names I called earlier. There's no difference. There's no difference. We think that because we're a body, that we do have different experiences, granted, but we are all expressing God in our own unique way. The God that we are, we're expressing the God self in our own unique way. Okay, so I'm talking a lot. Let me go back to the slides. Um, what did I say? We naturally become master over all life when we can understand and master the process of thinking. What I was saying earlier is that I was looking at talking about discipline today, but it was feeling heavy to me. It was feeling very heavy. But I want to remind us still that every response we make is determined by what we think we are. And last week, the question is, what do you think you are? Every response we make is determined by what we think we are. Somebody told me that I was creative, and I chose to use what they said as a reason to feel like I have to create. I have to do something creative. No, I don't. Because that's me shooting on my shoulding. That's me shooting on myself based on what someone else says I should do. Again, who gave them the keys? What makes me think that I'm less than, that they are more than, that I have to live up to someone else's expectations? Mm-mm. Every response you make is determined by what you think you are. And what you want to be is what you think you are, because if I'm thinking it right now in this moment, that's what I am. I am what I think I am in this moment. I'm not what I think I'm not in this moment. You know that expression, if you think you can, you can. And if you think you can, you're right. And if you think you can't, you're right. And that's because the universe, the law, God, truth, life is always extending. It's always saying yes. It doesn't say no. It doesn't say no. And Regis writes, my sinlessness remains perfect. I am the child my creator loves, beloved, saved, and safe, both of which come from the same word. And I just need to remember. I'm already all right. I'm all right. I've always been all right. Will always be all right. I'm good, as they say. I'm good. I'm in God. I'm in God and God in me. That's just a oneness thing. That whole oneness thing is just the one. There's no, there's no, Even the word mistake, what we call a mistake, we call it a mistake because it didn't turn out the way we intended. Okay, next, intend again. Intend again. And Bob writes, one of the first questions asked by a offended party is, who do you think you are? Yeah, right. Who do you think you are? How fitting when you know what you are, not even who, what you are. And oh my God, and to think to answer something like that, who do you think you are? Well, do you really want me to tell you? And are you ready for it? Can you handle the truth? You okay, lovable? You okay, baby? Huh? All right. I'm talking to my doggy. You okay, sweetie? Yeah. Where you going? No, I'm not going outside right now. I can't. Not now. Not now. Go do your business. All right. Who do you think you are? Every response you make is determined by what you think you are. And what you want to be is what you think you are. My goddaughter saying that she wants to do something creative as a profession, but she doesn't know what it is yet. She doesn't know what it is. Therefore, what she's doing at the moment, um, uh, is, as far as work, she's doing a wonderful thing because she's good at serving. She is. She's working at a hospital, and she's doing a wonderful job at it. That's what everybody says. That she is that kind of person. She puts her everything into her work, uh, but she's not fulfilling herself because she's asking vague questions. She's not. She's not in her vision. She hasn't gotten the vision yet of what it is that she wants to do. But anyway, um, what you want to be must determine every response you make. So if she decides that she's an outstanding writer, but she's not motivated to do that unless she feels just happens to feel like it. I get it. I get it. Um, what you want to do, what you want to be must determine every response you make. Be, if I want to recognize my worth as God, as what God created, then I need to choose to think about the fact that my worth is not established by anything out there. I need to think about not judging anything out there by appearances. I need to think about not worrying about what somebody else thinks about what I'm thinking about, about what I think, say, and do. I need to think about the fact that I am in God. I am my own understanding of God. So let's see what I have here. So I was saying that let me come out of this for a minute. I was saying that I was thinking about, it had come to me to talk about discipline and how, because that's where I am today. I didn't have a plan and things that I had written down and tasks, my intentions, my goals. I'm not doing that, and and started beating myself up for it. I'm, talking to myself about, oh, there you go, being undisciplined again. There you go. And then I start using, accepting divine healing daily, that is ADHD, as the excuse, and not remember, not even, allowing myself to accept that it is a reason. In part, it's a reason, but I can't use it as the excuse. But I'm beating myself up, just beating myself up about that I'm not doing this, and I say I'm going to do that, and oh, I still haven't done that, and I'm going to accomplish this, and I'm not accomplishing that, and my doggy wants to go out. I'm not taking it. Here, you can come in my lap. Come say hi to everybody. Come. Wait. This way. Come on. Say hi. Lovable, say hi. Yeah, there you go. Um, by the way, he now weighs 10 pounds more than he did the day I got him. He was 10 pounds, 1 ounce when he found me. He was rib cage and spinal column. And now look at that. Look at that neck. He's got neck and everything. He's got neck. Oh my God. Yeah, he's got a belly. He's 20 pounds and 1 ounce. And the veterinarian just looks at me, gives me the eye. So anyway, so I was all in my head about this discipline thing, and I was, went into the course and was looking for, the where how where the word discipline comes up, and it doesn't, and it's not, in a positive light, of course, yeah, because it's talking about, all right, it talks about, the different things it said about discipline, and I thought, you know what, I I think I just need to relax. I think I just need to go, and I decided to go look for words that had the different things that made me want to smile. And then I thought about things like gentle laughter and things like that, which, and I didn't come up with that passage. I was just kind of going through. I only have, few light passages, and hope that anyone here will decide that they would like to get involved in this conversation and share with. Um, I'm not just here to talk. I'm not just here to talk. I love it when people raise their Wellington. If you have something that you want to say, any ideas, something that's come up for you from what I'm talking about, feel free to join me in this. Everybody else knows that there's some people just rather put things in the chat, but I'd rather they chat out loud. But so yeah, so I was looking at passages in the course. Um, and I thought about words like enjoyment and relaxation and laughter and peace and beauty. The goal of this course is peace. The goal of life is peace. If I when I think about the fact that life simply is, that it's not something I have to. Oh, you're quite comfortable, aren't you, baby boy? Oh yeah, you're quite comfortable, yeah. Um, And it's not something that you know, I, everything is not a half to this and a half to that. I chose to take the week off from work because my friend Debbie was in town. And um so I'm supposed to be thinking of it as kind of a vacation thing. And I don't feel like that should be the case. I feel like I should still be doing something, here at home. I should still pick a spot and, be clearing an area and I should this and I should that and I should the other. And I'm hurting myself. Well, let me go back to how was it? I am I love how when with that whole thing about Lucifer, that I am expulsing myself from heaven and condemning myself to hell. That's powerful. Wow. Condemning myself, telling myself that I'm not handling things well. I'm not doing things in a good enough way that I should be doing something else. All right. So um let's talk about a passage. Let's talk about the passage. I'm not going into what it said before or after, but it's coming from a workbook, lesson 39. And it says that you may find it helpful in between the work that we're doing, in between the discipline stuff that we're dealing with, in between the obligations and responsibilities that we've given to ourselves. You should find it helpful to include a few short intervals in which you just relax and do not seem to be thinking of anything. Now, that can be a moment of, it's just sit down somewhere, just sit down somewhere and just close your eyes. And it doesn't mean go into meditation necessarily, and that may happen because going into meditation is just being in the present moment. That's all it is. It's just being right here in the present moment, as opposed to thinking about what should be coming up and what didn't happen before. Just relax, Zulma. Just relax. And do not seem to be thinking of anything. And of course, that's virtually impossible because we can't not think. The mind never sleeps. We know that. It's always going. But we don't have to, I don't have to try to force and, oh, I should be what I and now I and there are people, I know someone who's not content until he absolutely collapses from tiredness because it just doesn't stop. And he feels like he's wasted the day if he doesn't blah, blah, blah. And these are words that I've heard him come out of his mouth, wasting the day if he doesn't this, that, and the other. I'm like, no, the day is going to be the day. It's written, let the day take care of itself. It's going to take care of itself. And everything is exactly as it's supposed to be. It is what it is. Sustained concentration is very difficult sometimes. And I have to remind, okay, it's okay. It's okay. I'll get to it. I will. Because I want to, because what I want to be is what I think I am, and what I want to be must determine everything I do, every thought I think, every response I make. I will. Sustained concentration is very difficult at times, at first. It will become much easier as your mind becomes more disciplined and less distractible. Right now, it's just talking about, yeah, it's important to just stop. There's not a single lesson in here that says every minute of every day you should be this, that, and the other. The lessons give us, time. They give us breaks. They give us, opportunities to do some relaxing in the midst of things. And laugh. We we remember, of course, we always bring up that passage about remembering not to laugh. What about just plain on laughing? Laughter, allowing ourselves to, one of our practitioners, Callista, she always says, giggle, smile, and have a belly laugh. Remember to giggle, smile, and have a belly laugh. Only a little wall of dust stands between you and your brother, between you and that problem you think you have, between you and anything, because there is really, in truth, nothing between you and your brother. There is nothing between you and the situation. There's only your thought about it that makes you think that there's something in between it. Blow on it lightly with a little laughter, and it will fall away. Oh, you like that, huh, baby boy? And it will fall away. And then walk into the garden love has prepared, period. That love has prepared. It has prepared it for you and me. It has prepared it for me and whatever the situation is. It has prepared it for me, whatever thoughts I'm thinking should be this way or that. It's love has prepared the way to truth. Love is preparing the way. Love is continually preparing the way. Remember what I said earlier, that life is always saying yes. It can't say no because it can't stop. It's constant, it's continual. Life always is. And there is no time when life is not. There's no moment when life is not. Life doesn't stop. So just keep on going and feel free to laugh. Because that's what happened to me this morning. Let me come out of this for a second. That's what happened to me wait a minute, unshare. How do I unshare? No, it's still in share mode, isn't it? Wait a minute. Still in share mode. Stop sharing.
You're not sharing, I don't think.
I'm not sharing. Okay. Um, um, yeah, that's what happened to me this morning. I was so busy thinking about, what am I gonna? Oh, it's it should be discipline. I should be talking about discipline. I should be talking about what I need, because everything is always for me. Uh-oh. Did I just start my video? I'm seeing myself here. I want to see what's happening. Um, it's always for me. Everything is for me. So wait a minute. What happened here? This is saying join computer audio. No, this is not working, is it?
Aren't you speaking on your
Uh-oh.
phone?
Uh-oh, I hear me twice. I hear me twice. How come I hear me twice?
Because you're hearing yourself on your computer and your phone.
But on my computer, I have the audio turned off.
Oh, maybe you're hearing you through my microphone. Let me try.
Oh, that might be. Yeah, that might be. Oh, yeah, because I'm definitely hearing myself twice now. Um, so, oh, I'm seeing myself. I'm seeing only myself. Whew, what happened here? Okay, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I'm hearing myself twice. I do see where it says YouTube. I don't know why I see where it says YouTube. I'm seeing all kind of stuff that. Okay. Anyway, um, so I was so the whole focus for me this morning was about shooting. I was shooting on myself. Oh, it should be. I should be disciplined. I should be talking about that. And I was beating myself up. And I was walking lovable, and it was feeling so heavy. I found myself. I was squinting, scrunching up my face. I could feel it. I could feel it. I was releasing my own peace to come to a forum based on a Course in Miracles, which has the goal of peace. Really, Zulma, stop. Look at it. You can't forgive it until you understand it. I had to forgive all that, and I had to take the time to understand it. I had to. Only way I could understand is Zulma, stop, 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 stop. Those are my favorite 5 words. Stop, 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 stop. And it's just so laughter. Current slide. Here we go. All right, and go back into share. Laughter. And the third passage I think I have another one on laughing, but to enjoy yourself. This is not, it shouldn't be tedious. It gets easier by the moment as we choose to accept the atonement for ourselves. Oh, by the way, hi Katia. I know you're listening out there. I need to share a moment. My um sister and sister practitioner, my sister licensed practitioner, Katia, has earned her 20-year emeritus status as a licensed practitioner. So congratulations to you, my sister. I know you're out there listening. Um, it's such an honor. 20 years. There's a lot that goes. There are perks that go with that. But anyway, but about enjoying ourselves and enjoying life. This to choose to be a student of the God life, to choose to be a student of the principles of life, to choose to be a student of the spirit, to choose to be a student of truth should not, no, I should it on it, didn't I? I did say should. Isn't tedious, isn't, mm, it does take time, or it takes moments. It takes moments. Guarding my thoughts takes moments. Staying out of the sleep of forgetfulness takes moments. But it's not a tedious thing. Like I said, my face was scrunched up when I was thinking about discipline. Oh, UGHH. Ugh, that's how it felt to me. And when I decided, oh, Zuma, you need to laugh. You are forgetting to laugh. You are remembering not to laugh. You are forgetting to laugh. You are forgetting that this is joy. This is peace. This is fun for me. It really is. As a when spirit gives me a specific topic And I get to go researching through the course, and I get to go researching through Ernest Holmes's work and Joel Goldsmith's work and Neville Goddard's work and Emma Curtis Hopkins's work and all these other uh, wonderful Christian Larson's work. And I get to go, I gain, I continually gain, and it fills my cup. I just get so filled. And it's just, I can enjoy my own company. I keep telling me I enjoy my own company a lot because there's always something being given me that I need, something that I need. And that's what I get. And I'm grateful for it. Okay. So that because the door is open, the door is open. It's written in the Bible, ask and you shall receive, seek and you shall find, knock and the door shall be open to you. But you have to be willing to do the seeking, the asking, the knocking, and not in a way that is burdensome, not in a way that feels like hard work, but in a way that is peaceful, in a way that brings a smile, that makes you laugh, smile, giggle, and have a belly laugh. The door is open that all those may come who would no longer starve. And I'm talking, starved of love and starved of peace and starved of joy and starved of the truth that we are what God is. Hear what I'm just saying. I am what God is. Sounds blasphemous if you say it, if you word that just a little bit differently. It sounds blasphemous. We were taught about blaspheming, but that was all part of the teaching that kept us separate, that kept us afraid in the first place. Lovable is so comfortable in my lap, and he is so heavy. He is so comfortable, aren't you, baby? But yeah, so the door is open that all those may come who would no longer starve themselves of love, starve themselves of peace, starve themselves of joy, and would enjoy the feast of plenty set before them there. The feast of plenty. We have everything. We are everything. That's a heck of, we have everything and we are everything. We are what God is. I am what God is. God is what I am. God is in everything I see because God is in my mind. God's will and my will are the same will. Listen to that. Hear what that's saying. That I don't have to walk around shooting. I don't have to walk around questioning my worth because I haven't accomplished something. I don't have to do that. It's not necessary. It doesn't even make sense. That is back to what Dub says, back to what Dub wrote. Expulsing myself from heaven and condemning myself to hell. No, not doing that. The door is open. I think I have one more passage. I think I do. I think I do. Yeah. More about laughter. You, my child, talking to me, are afraid of your brothers and of your father and of yourself. We're afraid of life. We're afraid of life. Because father equals life. God, father, God, life. God is life. And there's only one life. So if there's only one life, then my brother is me. There's only the one, and I'm afraid of it. And it's not even that I'm afraid of. I'm afraid of what I made of it. I'm not afraid of life. I'm afraid of what I think life is. I'm not afraid of my brother. I'm afraid of what I think my brother is. I'm not afraid of myself. I'm afraid of what I've made of myself, what I think I am, or what I think I'm not. You are merely deceived in them. Ask what they are. Ask what you are. Ask what your brother is. Ask what your father is. Ask what life is. Ask what spirit is. Ask the teacher of reality, and hearing its answer, you too will laugh at your fears and replace them with peace. The paragraph before that talks about children laughing at their, laughing at themselves when they realize that it's like that joke about the man. I've said it numerous times. The joke about the man who's having a nightmare, and this thing is coming at him. It's coming at him, and it's coming at him, and he starts screaming, "Oh, what are you going to do to me? What are you going to do to me?" And the thing says, "Well, you tell me. It's your dream. It's your nightmare. We're making it up. I make up a bad story, and then I choose to be afraid in it. I choose to be angry in it. I choose to be a victim in it. Uh-uh. Ask the teacher of reality what it is, and hearing the answer, you will laugh at your fears and replace them with peace. Fear does not lie in reality. Fear lies not in reality, but in the minds of children, you and me, adult children that we are, who do not understand reality. We don't. We don't. The truth is that only the truth is true. That's just, that sounds like a whole bunch of words, but it's true. The truth is true, and nothing else is true. And anything else, I'm making it up. I'm making it up and causing myself pain with it. Just causing myself pain with it. It is only the lack of understanding that frightens us. And when we learn to perceive truly, we're not afraid. Lynn, is there a particular reason why I'm still hearing double? Is anybody else hearing double? Will
I'm
someone
not
please?
hearing double, no.
Oh, I want to ask somebody other than you, because it's coming through your, I think.
Zulma, you might want to turn down the volume on your phone. So you've got the volume, you've got the audio turned off, but you don't have the volume turned off on something.
Yeah, but it's been like this the whole time. It wasn't, and I wasn't hearing myself double earlier.
You're correct. So I got nothing. I don't hear it.
I'll turn it down, but I don't know that that'll make a difference, because who knows? I'll turn it down. Oh, no, no, no. Nope, that's still the same. Um,
Yeah, you're the only one who has a mic, so I
which is
don't know.
strange because
You don't have Pal Talk on, do you?
nope, nothing is on.
Or
Nothing
the
else is
radio?
on. Nope, none of that. None of
Well,
that.
maybe you're just lucky
Why
enough
does
to
this
hear
say
yourself
return to
twice. It's so
meeting?
good. You have
What
to
is
hear
it?
it twice.
This is telling me return to meeting as if I'm not there on the other. It's weirdness. Okay. As long as I'm the only one that's hearing me twice, that's fine. I not only want to hear me once, it's enough. So it's my lack of understanding. As I said, lack of understanding frightens us. And when we learn to perceive truly, then we're not afraid. And because of this, and here's the good part. Here's reason to be in joy. Here's reason to laugh. Here's reasons to relax. We will ask for truth again and again and again and again when we're frightened. I do. Stop, 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 stop. I hmm, I did something yesterday that I never thought I would do. I'm not even going to go into that, but I did something yesterday or I let something happen yesterday that I never thought I would let happen, because it was something, it was something, a fear-based thing. And I said, the heck with it. It is what it is. If I'm talking fear, ooh, yeah, yawn, lovable. If I'm talking fear, then I'm not talking truth. Get over yourselves, Zulma. Get beyond yourself, as Reverend Twana says. We have to get beyond ourselves and let ourselves see the truth, recognize the truth for what it is. In truth, there's nothing to be afraid of. So if I'm gonna let someone judge me. If someone chooses to judge me because of whatever, that's really on them, because what they think of me is not my business. What you think of me is not my business. I appreciate if you, choose to think well of me, but it doesn't put food in my mouth. It doesn't keep me warm and cuddly. It doesn't bring me peace. It's not what it my worth is not established by what you think. My worth is not established by whether or not you judge me. My worth is not established by any of that. My worth is established just because I'm here. I'm here. I have been created. I am life incarnate. I am here. That makes me worthy. That alone makes me worthy. Anything after that is icing on the cake. It is not reality of anything, your brothers, your father, or yourself, that frightens you. It's not reality that I'm afraid of. You don't know what they are. I don't know what my brother is. I don't know what my father is. I don't even know what I am. All I have is a perception of it. My perception of it is what frightens me. My perception of you as more than me, being more than me in whatever area, or less than me in whatever area. Because if I'm thinking that you're less than me, then there has to be somebody I'm thinking is more than me. Somewhere in between. I'm in between somewhere. Above this, but under that. When in truth, it's all one. It's all one. There's just plain old equality. Only equals are at peace. So it's not the reality of my brothers or my father or or the situation or anything that frightens me. I don't know what they are, and so I perceive them as ghosts and monsters and dragons, like the joke I was just telling you. This thing that was coming at this person. My perception of it. I think there's a boogeyman in that dark room. But if I ask what their reality is from the one who knows it, the one, if I ask what reality is from life, if I ask what reality is from truth, if I ask what reality is from God, the Holy Spirit, the truth, if I ask what reality is, I will be told. I will be told what they are. I will be told what my brother is. I will be told what my father is. I will be told what I am. I will be told that I'm not separate from my brother or my father. I'm using these words, brother, father, uh, Holy Spirit, whatever. I'm using all these words. I'm using these words, Lynn and Mickey and Robert and Wellington and McKaylee and Katia and Regis. I'm using all these words. They sound like separate things, but they're not. My belief that they are is what's frightening me. My belief that if I'm not the one to do it, if I'm not the one to continue to be in charge of this, if I if I mm, I think I'm afraid I'll be replaced. I'm afraid that someone else that I remember thinking that, I wouldn't leave the post office. They needed me in that area. I was good at that job. Nobody else could be as good at that job as I was. Yeah, right. The job continues. I'm retired, and the job continues. And the good part was whatever I was able to, information teaching, I was able to pass on to the next person, who was then able to use it and grow with it and hopefully make the area even better. That it is what it is. I do not understand them, my brother, my father, myself, because I am deceived by what I see. Wait a minute. And because I am deceived by what I see, I need reality to dispel my fears. I need reality because I'm thinking up to this point that what's out there outside of me is real. Judge not by appearances, is how it's written in the Bible. Judge not by appearances. Make a right judgment. Everything I see, hear, smell, taste, and touch comes to pass. It does not come to stay. And with that, we are asked. Actually, I just extracted this from the next sentence. Exchange your fears for truth. Exchange your fears for truth. So the question becomes, what's true? When I'm talking about I don't have myself together, when I'm talking about a tough act to follow, oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's a tough act to follow. I can't. Oh my God, I'll never be able to, match up to what so and so did or said. I am lying to myself. I'm actually lying to myself. I'm thinking that they are more than me in that area, that they are better than I am. There is no hierarchy of illusions. It doesn't matter whether I think it's someone, a speaker who came on before me, or hmm, or the person in the supermarket line, who the person before me, the person who waited on them had a lot of conversation with them and chose to have little to none with me. And I'm thinking, oh, they must think I'm less than them because why are we doing that? Why are we even comparing ourselves to someone else? It's not possible to be that someone else. So why am I believing that someone else is more than me? That I am less than someone, something less than someone, because we were taught, mostly as children, to behave like so and so, to write like so and so. We're taught to speak like so and so, to act like this, and then someone compares us to someone else, and we perceive them first of all, the people doing the comparing, we're perceiving them as more valuable than we are, more worthy than we are, more important than we are. Oh my God, listen to the words I'm using. I'm coming out of here, coming out of this PowerPoint, because that's really all I have. I'm not doing this right. I need to stop share. That's what I need to do. Yeah, we're perceiving ourselves as being less than someone else in numerous areas, and we can't forgive it, as the Course says, until we understand it. And we're doing it in little things, in little ways, and little things. We think that my phone is ringing. I can't take that call. We think that we don't deserve to be honored by our own selves, or we get bothered by the fact that someone else isn't honoring us the way we think we should be honored. Again, hierarchies, more than, less than. But we can laugh, we can relax. Oh, what's that song? Lynn, can you pull that one up by Karen Drucker? You can relax now.
Yes, I can.
Come on and open your eyes. No, that's not Karen Drucker. Breathe deeply. I am with you. You are the love of my life. You are my one desire. Something like that. You are the love of God. You are the child of God, and that will never change. Something like that. You know what song I'm talking about, Lynn?
Yeah, you want me to play it?
Yes, please.
I think I can. I'll just play the song. I won't run the video. No, I'm gonna go ahead and run the video. I don't think YouTube are gonna give me any trouble about this.
Yeah. I don't hear anything. Okay. thought we were separate.
But now you hear my voice and you can relax now. Come on and open your eyes. Breathe deeply now. I am with you. You are the love of my life. You are my one creation. You are eternity, and that will never change. You can relax now. I am with you. You are the child of God, and that will never change. You can relax now. You are the child of God.
Beautiful. And so it is. And so it is. You can relax now. Just hang out in the truth. Remember that you are what God is, that your worth is not established by anything that's going on out there. I used to wonder, what's wrong with me? How come I can't? And then I realized what was wrong with me is that I thought I can't. You can relax now. You are eternity, and that will never change. And with that, Lynn, I think I'm going to turn over the mic.
Thank you so much, Zulma Gonzalez. Oh, what a wonderful sharing this has been. And I'm so grateful for you being here with us on Thursdays for our Thankful Thursday lineup. I'm going to go ahead and cut off the YouTube, just letting everybody know, please like and subscribe so we know that you're listening, or even make comments on the video. And of course, you're always welcome to come on in. If you're watching on YouTube, if you look at the top of the banner there, there's some links, and you can link on to our schedule, our radio, and you can actually find out where we are and what's going on with us. So, and then join us here on Zoom. We would love it, and I'm grateful for all you guys that are listening. Thank you, and I see Renee's been listening. Thank you so much, and I'm gonna go ahead and